What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here today on NBA 2K24 here for another rebuild, as today we're going to be doing a team that I waited forever to do because I always thought they were going to end up with Damian Lillard, but they didn't, unfortunately. Today we're going to be rebuilding the Miami Heat. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So I am recording this in the morning at on September 29th. Obviously a Drew Holiday trade has not happened yet, which is why I don't feel comfortable doing a Blazers rebuild until that part is solved. If we find out that the Blazers plan on taking Drew Holiday into the season, then obviously I'll go ahead and do that, but it sounds like they're gonna flip him very soon, so there's a chance you may see this video after a Blazers rebuild is uploaded. If Drew Holiday is traded today, I'm gonna try to get that one out first, but obviously it's just kind of a waiting game at this point. But I'm comfortable doing the Miami Heat because I know they're in on the Drew Holiday sweepstakes, but I don't know, man. It just feels like Portland didn't want to trade Dame to Miami under any circumstances, whether it was because of pettiness or what Aaron Goodwin did, whatever it may be. I don't see how Miami and Portland could start negotiating on Drew Holiday now, right? That just feels weird. It just feels like it'd be super awkward, but maybe it happens, who knows. So regardless, with that all being said, here we are with the Miami Heat. So I know Miami fans are absolutely heartbroken about not getting Dame. If I was in your position, I'd be heartbroken as well. But Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry. This team has always been, rumored for the potential next disgruntled star, and they've struck out like the last 5 times. It just hasn't happened for them, whether that's Pat Riley's fault or whatever it may be. This time around for the Dame thing, I don't think it was Pat Riley's fault. I think it was just Portland not wanting to trade Dame to Miami, based off what the article was saying with what Chris Haynes posted. But here's your rotation. Now, they actually want to start Josh Richardson and Kyle Lowry together. Obviously, you could have Tyler Hero come off the bench, but I think we're going to go ahead and start Tyler Hero. So Tyler Hero will be playing for the Miami Heat again. I'm sure it may be a little bit awkward because he's always in trade rumors, but I'm sure he's a professional. He'll be fine. We'll see. But gotta fix Eric Spoelstra. That way Tyler Hero is starting. I know obviously the preferred system is a defensive system, but Hero should be the starter. Hero's a stud in 2K as well, so he will start. So it'll be Lowry, Hero, Jimmy, Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, Josh Richardson, and Thomas Bryant as your diamond rotation. Nikola Jovic obviously is someone Miami Heat fans are very excited about, but we're probably going to go ahead and leave him here. Jaime Jaquez, on the other hand, we could probably send him to the G League right away. I think Jovic can get some spot minutes here, so I'm going to send Jaquez to the G League, but there's a good chance we stop at the trade deadline to make some moves here because we still have Tyler's contract. We still have Kyle Lowry's contract as well. I feel like we could upgrade the point guard and power forward spot, one of the positions at the trade deadline, most likely the point guard spot, but I will see what happens or how this team is doing at the trade deadline, but most likely we're going to try to make a win now move. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player prop site that allows you to choose the overs or unders on the players you love watching. So basically you just watch a game like normal and also make some picks and choose the overs or unders on the players, like I said, that you like watching. So of course, Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and this is what it looks like when you get on the screen. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine. Obviously, we're still waiting on NBA, but right now the NFL is going on. They have all kinds of stats you can imagine as well. You choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players is 5 times. Up to 6 players can be 25 times your money. Prize Picks also matches your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. In order to sign up for Prize Picks, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables to sign up. And a tool I'm using this year is DGF's Fantasy Optimizer tool and Correlation tool. Basically, they do the math for you. You don't even really have to think about anything. All you have to do is just look at the interface. They'll have some picks for you, and you can go ahead and choose which ones are your favorite, choose the top ones, whatever you want to do. They do the math for you. They show you what's profitable long term. So in order to sign up for the DGF's Correlation Optimizer tool, link down in the description below. Use code Crushables when you sign up. Thank you to Prize Picks and DGF for sponsoring today's video. So here we are at the trade deadline, as things are actually going really well right now. 36-16 on the season. We're having a really good season so far, but we still have some assets that I think we need to use. We still need to go all in here regardless. With the good record, it does not matter. I think we still need to upgrade the point guard spot to ultimately give us the best chance of winning a championship this season. So there's also a lot of guys who could be had here as well as we're at the deadline, because the Hornets are rebuilding. You have the Jazz selling, you have the Kings selling, so De'Aaron Fox could be interesting. Jalen Brunson. The most interesting one to me so far that I've seen is Kyrie Irving on the Mavericks. Maybe we can go get him. You got the Nets selling as well. What else we got? The Pacers. Like, there's a lot of interesting teams with some guards that I think we definitely have interest in. And right now, top of my list would probably most likely be obviously Kyrie Irving. Now, I've never been able to trade for Kyrie Irving, but I think it could be a lot of fun. James Harden also, but they're contending, so I don't think we can really do that anymore. So And then the Cavs are even selling, which is kind of interesting if we could go get Garland, but obviously I don't really see that happening. And then Trae Young on the Hawks. I guess that's a possibility, but I do want to go ahead and start with Kyrie Irving. I think it's going to go Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, and then kind of whatever else is after that. And then, yeah, so Kyrie, De'Aaron Fox, and then maybe like, it might just be those two for me. And then maybe like LaMelo or Rozier, but that might be kind of a pipe dream. So let's start with Kyrie Irving on the Mavericks. I don't know if we'll be able to get him, but I'm going to give it a shot. So let's see if we can get Kyrie Irving. So I'm going to go ahead and obviously we have to throw Tyler Hero in this scenario if we're going to do this trade. So $3 million is still going to be needed in this trade. So like Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez. I don't know how excited they are about these two guys, but maybe give me like Dante Exum in return, and then Derek Jones Jr. Looks like that might be okay. So we're gonna have to include somebody who makes a little bit more money. Let's say it's Josh Richardson. No, or that's still gonna be off. Okay, instead of Jovic, it's Jaquez, and then I'll give you also Kevin Love or something like that. So it's this, I guess. So Hero, Jaime Jaquez, and Kevin Love for Kyrie Irving. Obviously, we have to throw all the picks that we can at our disposal. So 2024, pretend this is 2028 and 2030, I guess. Or yeah, so this is my best package I could throw at them right now. I doubt they say yes to this, but we'll give it a shot. So Tyler Hero, 3 first-round picks for Kyrie Irving. What did the Mavericks say? They disagree. They're like, nah, we're good. Okay, I don't know if there's anybody else I could throw in here over Kevin Love. Caleb Martin, I don't want to trade him, but I'll do it if I'm getting Kyrie Irving in this scenario. This is the first time I'd ever be able to trade for Kyrie Irving. This could make some sense as well, as Dallas would probably want Caleb Martin. I'll remove this pick and see if I can do it for this, just this. They're going to disagree with that. I'll throw the pick in here. If they say no to this, then we move on. They say no. So we're not going to get Kyrie Irving, unfortunately. That's not going to happen. So we're moving on to De'Aaron Fox and the Sacramento Kings. I mean, if the Kings, for some reason, had a bad season, I could see a world where De'Aaron Fox is like, okay, I'm done with this. But I don't really foresee the Kings being this bad. I think 2K just kind of has them that bad. So I feel like I could maybe get away with this without trading Tyler Hero, because if the Kings are going to ultimately trade De'Aaron Fox, then they should be going on like full-on rebuild mode. But maybe they would want Tyler Hero. I wonder if I could do it with just Kyle Lowry in the trade. That's kind of what I'm wondering here. So Kyle Lowry, and then let's say it's my 2024 first. Again, we're going back to the same thing. And then let's say it's Nikola Jovic and Jaime Jaquez. We throw everything we can other than Tyler Hero in this trade. And then you give me like, like Deontay Burton and then McGee. I don't know if they can give me McGee. So Kyle Lowry, 3 first-round picks, both are young pieces for De'Aaron Fox. What do you say, Sacramento? They agree. We get De'Aaron Fox. Let's go. So just like that, we may not have gotten Kevin Durant. We may not have gotten Donovan Mitchell. We may not have gotten Damian Lillard. But you know who we did get? We got De'Aaron Fox. So De'Aaron Fox is a Miami Heat, and we were able to keep Tyler Hero out of the trade as well. So that's cool. De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, JaVale McGee, and Josh Richardson. So felt pretty good about that. The only other thing I would love to do is get like another better power forward in this scenario, but I don't know if it's really going to be possible, unfortunately. So we're just going to go ahead and keep simulating. I love the addition of De'Aaron Fox. Should ultimately make us a contender. We shall see. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. At the end of year 1, clutch player of the year goes to Nikola Jokic. Coach of the year goes to Taylor Jenkins. Tyler Jamison is your executive. MVP also goes to Jokic. Victor Wembanyama, rookie of the year. Chris Paul, 6th man. Defensive player goes to Nicholas Claxton. Let me guess, most improved goes to Paul Reed, right? Yeah, I don't know why it always goes to Paul Reed, but it does. So Paul Reed wins most improved. Jokic, Giannis, Luka, LeBron, John Morant, Damian Lillard makes it, Trae Young, James Harden, Steph, Shea, and we do get Jimmy Butler making all be a 3rd team. So that's great. But no Bam Adebayo on like an all-defensive team or anything like that, but Jimmy Butler does make it. So that's cool. But we are the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference. So even though we didn't get Dame, we are the 1st seed in the East. So we have 26 points from De'Aaron Fox, 25 from Jimmy, 21 from Hero, 18 from Bam Adebayo, 10 from McGee, 9 or 10 from Caleb Martin, 9.5, 9, and then 8. So not too shabby. In round 1, we are going to draw the Toronto Raptors. So the Raptors, of course, were in on Dame as well. Sounded like they did not want to include either OG or Barnes, which is kind of interesting to me. Ujiri is just a different breed, man. I don't know. I feel like Ujiri is a touch overrated. Like, he overrates his players way like, it feels like he'd rather lose his players for nothing than to trade I don't know. Trade them for value, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what value is to him. So many current round against Toronto, and we are going to go up 3-0. Tyler Hero does get hurt, but he was only day to day, and we sweep the Toronto Raptors. Now, we get an interesting series. We get to play Damian Lillard and the Bucks. So obviously, if these two teams matched up, it'd be very, very interesting to watch because, for obvious reason, I don't even need to go into it. So we are starting Caleb Martin in the playoffs, which I actually like a lot, especially over Kevin Love. I think at this point, might as well just go ahead and start Caleb Martin. So let's go game by game on this one. Game 1, we're up 1-0, 129 to 115, 36 from Fox in 8. Jimmy 31, 8, 9. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, Jimmy Butler gets hurt with a twisted left ankle. We do win regardless. Game 4, he's fully healthy. They even it up, so we got a pivotal game 5 here. They say give left minutes to Kevin Love. That's fine with me. If they want to start Caleb Martin, I'm cool with that. So here we go for a game 5 in Miami. It would be really good to win this one and have a huge advantage going into game 6. So it's looking good here, and we are going to win game 5 in Miami. So now we have to go to Milwaukee to win in game 6 to go to the Eastern Conference Finals for a second time in a row. So can we do just that? We're in a very close game. They've had the lead the whole time, but we're like right there. Can we take the lead though at the end? We might be able to. Very close game, cutting it very, very close. Come on, let's take that lead. Take that lead. We're like literally right there. We've tied it up a couple times. Finally have taken the lead, and we have a decent lead here. It's back and forth. 5 seconds left. I don't think we win here. Unfortunately, we fall short to the Bucks in a game 6. Very close game 6. So here we go for a game 7 in Miami. Let's make it another close one, or if we could blow them out, that would be even better. Right now, we absolutely obliterated them in the second quarter. It's looking good, and I think we've punched our ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals for a second year in a row. So just like that, De'Aaron Fox has been a dream addition to the team, averaging 32 in the playoffs, shooting 41% from 3. Has been exactly what we wanted, and we got him. So we beat the Bucks in 7, and now we get the Philadelphia 76ers. We have Harden, Maxey, Oubre, PJ Tucker, Embiid, Tobias Harris, DeAnthony Melton, and Paul Reed. So game 1, they're up 1-0. Okay. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, we even it up here. Yes. Okay. So we got another huge game 5 here. So if we can win this game 5 again, put ourselves in a good position. Obviously, we had to go to 7 last series, so doesn't matter if we necessarily win this, but it would be such a great advantage. Back and forth game, and we are going to fall short by 3 points in this game 5. So game 6, as pivotal as it can get. I think we go 8-man rotation, play our 8 best players, backs against the wall. Elimination game here to keep our playoff hopes alive, our championship hopes rather. And we have a pretty close one, but it looks like we have this one in our bag, and we are going to beat them. They cut it close a little bit. We beat them by 7, and now we go to a game 7 in Miami. Let's see if we can take care of business and go to the NBA Finals in year number 1. After the Fox edition, it is somewhat close, but we're starting to run away with it a little bit in the 4th quarter. If we keep the lead, we're going to the finals, and just like that, we're able to beat the Bucks, the 76ers, and back-to-back series. De'Aaron Fox is your conference finals MVP, and now we get to play the Clippers. So obviously the Clippers sound like they're the favorite to get Drew Holiday. So whenever that happens, if it happens today, I'm going to do a video as soon as I possibly can. Originally, I wasn't going to do a video today because I was like, I'll just wait to see if Drew Holiday gets traded today. But you know what? I mean, I could be waiting forever. Who knows when it's actually going to happen? It's just kind of a guessing game at this point. But here goes nothing to see if we win a championship. Game 1, 1-0. Beat them by 4 to start things off. 29, 12, and 12 from Jimmy. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. Game 3, 3-0. And game 4, they do win. Game 5. Okay, we got to make sure they don't come back. Okay, we lost Caleb Martin for the season. That's tough. That's tough. That's going to be a huge loss for us. But all we got to do is win 1 more. That's it. But the Clippers got to win 2 more. So here we go. They start out the first quarter pretty hot. Second quarter kind of cut it. We lost in this one. Okay, wait a minute. I spoke too soon. We're actually in a very close game to end things off. Can we keep the lead though and win ourselves a championship? Let's do it, man. Come on, keep it up. 116. I think we did it. So in year number 1, we won a championship with the Miami Heat. So just like that, after the De'Aaron Fox edition, he was everything we could have imagined. 30.5 points from De'Aaron Fox, but we're far from satisfied. Let's keep it going. We won a championship in year number 1. That's what we wanted. We're very, very happy about that. Let's see if we can go make it back-to-back, though, to end off this video. So let's go to the draft lottery. And obviously, the draft isn't going to matter for us. We've traded our picks. So our pick ends up going to the Kings from the De'Aaron Fox trade. Staff signing, you're going to have Eric Spoelstra stay the head coach. Obviously, no need to change things there. We need to follow up the shot doctor, and then we need to go to guard guru, and then we're chilling. So guard guru, let's go ahead and see what we can get here. The biggest thing I want to do is obviously re-sign Caleb Martin, have our bench still be pretty decent, and then obviously get a power forward. I think we get to upgrade the power forward spot. That'd be great. Although Caleb Martin's great, but Kevin Love, just somebody I don't really want to start going forward. He may have retired. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Can I find a guard guru, by the way? Like, where's a damn guard guru when you need one? There's one, finally. Just Jay-Sean Powers, welcome to the team. Okay, did Kevin Love retire? Because I was not paying attention. Udonis Haslam did. Okay. I thought he already retired, but whatever. I don't think Kevin Love retired. I think he's still here. So yeah, Kevin Love did not retire. Let's go to the draft, even though actually does not matter for us. Let's just go straight to rookie signing. So rookie signing, we are going to have, I don't even know if we had a second. We did. We had the last pick. We'll take Goron, I guess. Player options, Caleb Martin declines, Kevin Love declines, Richardson declines, McGee accepts, and Thomas Bryant declines. So not too shabby. Caleb Martin, of course, we lost him for the season, but he's still somebody I definitely want to re-sign. It would have been really cool if he accepted that player option, though. That way we could have just, like, kept him around. But free agency, we have Caleb Martin. No-brainer, in my opinion. Got to re-sign him. Great role player for the Miami Heat. So that is no-brainer. We take care of that each and every time. So what else can we do to fill out our bench? So, yeah, as you can see right now, not a whole lot of options here. So I think... All right, let's see what we could get. So we got De'Aaron Fox, we have Tyler Hero, we have Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson. Still like Duncan Robinson. Kellen Martin back and forth is great. And then JaVale McGee, Orlando Robinson. I'm high on Orlando Robinson, but I don't know if he'll be developing enough to get our have him be a backup center. So I think at this point, Miles McBride is here. We have Josh Richardson, who we could bring back. Gary Harris. I think we go ahead and sign like Miles McBride, who's 75 overall and only 23. He might even go up in overall. I'm also going to sign Josh Richardson back as well to a minimum. So we'll sign Josh Richardson and Miles McBride. And then we'll have the ability to sign another minimum. I'm going to sign... I'll sign Wenyen Gabriel. And I don't feel great about it, but we're going to do it. And then can I still re-sign Kevin Love? Is it going to allow me to do that? I doubt it. He might be asking for too much money. So Kevin Love, where are you at? $7 million. Yeah, we can get Kevin Love back. So we'll sign Kevin Love back. And that will be nice. And then I think that's about all we can do. We're gonna have to try to, I think we want to use, I'm gonna try to use McGee's contract as well. I don't know if I'd get anything good using his contract, but right now when I really look at things, I think we could really use, I mean, pretty much anything. Probably a better backup 5, because I feel like McGee is, gonna go down overall. So let's use McGee's contract and Kingsley, who just drafted in our second round pick, and see if that gets me anything on the trade market. Maybe the Spurs feel like they'll never be able to use Charles with Victor Wembanyama, so they're okay with trading him for a second and Goron. JaVale McGee is there for salary filler. So we get ourselves a solid backup 5 and Charles, which I do like. He'll even probably go up in overall. We don't have a tall big man, but we do have 2 guys that can, definitely play the position for us. So I said I wanted to upgrade the power forward spot. We don't really have it at all. Not really there at all. So unfortunately, we may not get it, but it's okay. We can sign like another player, but other than that, we're not really gonna be able to do much of anything. So power forwards, I see Nicholas Batum. I think Batum is like a good addition. I'll sign him. That's probably gonna be all we can really do. So Doug McDermott, we can also sign him, but yeah, it's literally so thin. We're not gonna be able to get anybody else. So let's go straight to player progression. We're gonna have Jimmy Butler down in overall, Robinson down in overall, Hero's up, which is great. Kevin Love is down, Charles is up. And then Miles McBride did not go up like I thought he would. That kind of sucks. So that definitely doesn't put our bench in the best position. But we always still have the trade deadline. Maybe we have to use Hero's contract. We'll see. I'm going to try not to. Because Hero, again, he's a stud in 2K. So if we can keep him as long as possible, that would be super ideal in my mind. But we'll see what we can do. So let's get straight into next season. And let's see what our rotation is going to look like for this team. And what our bench depth looks like. So 9-man rotation, start things off here. So it's De'Aaron Fox, Hero, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Bam Adebayo. It's not bad. Really good starting 5. Bench, though, it's not great. It's not great. Josh Richardson, Charles, Kevin Love, Duncan Robinson. We do have Robinson's contract as well, which I totally forgot about. It does have a player option next year still, so it's not like an expiring that teams are going to love. But it's only got 2 years left. So we'll see if we can maybe use that contract at the deadline to make a trade. We don't have any like first-round picks anymore, really. So our asset pool is very limited, but we'll see what we can do. Not the greatest trade by any means, but this is the trade we're going to do at the trade deadline, trading Duncan Robinson, Orlando Robinson, and Batum over to the Cavs for Karis LeVert and Georges Niang. So we get Karis LeVert as a better bench addition to the team. He's a 2 overall upgrade from Duncan Robinson, so that kind of helps us out there. We also could move him to small forward or Richardson to small forward, and one of them is going to go up. So I'm probably going to move Richardson to the 3. He goes up to a 77 overall, so that gives us a pretty different bench. Caleb Martin is hurt at the moment, but he'll be back soon. Miles McBride is up to a 75. I don't think there's really much of anything else I can do. That was pretty much my only other trade I could make. I could throw like Kevin Love and McBride together and see if that gets me anything good. But we'd be giving up like 2 bench pieces. So you can get Patrick Williams. Like, that's pretty cool, but I don't see why anyone's giving up a 23-year-old for Kevin Love. So I just don't really see that. So bring Gabe Vincent back to the team. Dorian Finney-Smith, that could be fun. But yeah, I think at this point, that was the only trade we're doing. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We're the first seed still in the East right now, so Karis LeVert was our big addition. At the end of the season, Shea wins MVP. Adam is your Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Christian Wood. Giannis Defensive Player. Brandon Miller, Most Improved. And Zach LaVine's your Clutch Player of the Year. And Eric Spoelstra, Coach of the Year at 60 and 22. So, as you can see, things still went really well for us. But did we get Jimmy Butler making an All-NBA team again? We did not this time, I don't think. So, yeah, none of that, but offense first team. And we do get Jimmy making all-defensive second team, though. So, we are the first seed in the East, once again, which is great to see. I don't know if we'll make it to the finals for a third year in a row, but that would feel great if we did. 28 from Fox, 22 from Hero, 21.5 from Butler, 18 from Bam, and 9 from LeVert, 8 from Martin, and 8 from Kevin Love. So, let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Detroit Pistons in round one. And they have Cade Cunningham, Ivy, Bojan, Bagley, Duran, Amanda Quickly, James Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart. Similarly, current round against Detroit, we are going to absolutely beat them in 5. So now we get a team we didn't run into last year. That means the Celtics. And interestingly enough, the Bucks with Damon Giannis. Oh, no, they're right there. I was about to say, Damon Giannis didn't even make the playoffs, but they were right there. They got swept by the Cavs. Okay. Boston in round 2. Obviously, these two teams have a historic, little rivalry, I feel like. So we are going to go ahead and start Caleb Martin. We have our 9-man rotation set. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Celtics. I'm not going to go Simcast yet. Game 1, 1-0 goes to them. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, Caleb Martin gets food poisoning. He's day-to-day. I don't know what you're eating, Caleb Martin, but now is not the time. Game 4, okay, we got another interesting Game 5 on the horizon. Let's see if Caleb Martin with his food poisoning. Flu game, Caleb Martin. Okay, right now things are looking really good. Now they could cut this lead and make things interesting, which they're kind of right there, but no, I don't know. They're actually right there for the taking maybe, and we do win this one. So that was a close game, but we beat them in that Game 5. So huge Game 6. Caleb Martin is back fully. Game 6 in TD Garden. If we can avoid a Game 7, that would be honestly phenomenal. But we have a close one here. Very close. Just kidding. I think they got it. I think they got it on us. Looks like they're going to force the Game 7 back to Miami. So we're going to have a Game 7. Fox drops 41. Was not enough. We have another Game 7 on the other side as well, as Western Conference is already done. So huge Game 7 here. Let me make sure we're giving the right minutes possible. They want to start Kevin Love, I guess, if that's what you want to do, 2K. Here we go. Huge Game 7. We start off, I thought we had the lead for a second. They take it right back. We take it back. Close game. I really don't want it to get out of reach, because if we can jump in and maybe come back, that'd be great. So let's make it close, but it's looking like we are going to fall short to the Celtics here, unfortunately. So no back-to-back for us, it looks like, unfortunately. I think we go one more season on this and then off on that. I don't know what I'm going to do in the offseason to try to upgrade our roster, though, but we do lose in the second round to the Celtics in 7, unfortunately. So we would have ran into Philly again. This time they actually get all the way to the finals. The Nuggets go on to win the championship. So let's get into the offseason and see what else we can do. So the team and player option, Jimmy Butler declines his player option at $52 million, which is pretty interesting in my opinion. But I mean, if he's going to decline $52 million, he has one offer. That's from the 76ers. We can bring back LeVert, Richardson, and Jimmy. I think we go ahead and sign Jimmy to like a 2-year 1+1. I don't think we let him go. I mean, at this point, I could like try to move on and go with a different team, but we're literally in the last season, so I'm not going to do that. So Richardson, LeVert, we're bringing both of them back as well. So let's sign all 3 of them, get them all taken care of, and then let's see what else our options are in free agency. So we do have the ability to sign at least someone that looks like decent. We'll see who it will be. So Miles McBride, I'm going to believe in him, I guess, this year. I tried last year. Richardson, Nang, and then we have Charles. So I think we can get like a good 4. That's kind of where we need to focus our attention. So Najee Marshall, Jalen McDaniels, or we have like Chris Boucher. I think Boucher would be the best addition we could get, it looks like. So yeah, not a whole lot of movement this offseason. Obviously, not a ton of cap space, not a ton of assets left. So we're kind of stuck with the roster that we have. Player progression, Jimmy Butler is down, but Fox is up. Richardson is up. Miles is up. And then Georges Nang is down. So we do have Georges Nang's contract. I forgot about that. So maybe we could throw Nang and also Miles McBride and a second out there to see if that would get me anything good. This would probably be looking for like a better backup point guard. We can bring Gabe Vincent back to the fold. I think we go ahead and do that as our final move here. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. So Gabe Vincent, former Miami Heat, obviously. 8 points last year. We bring him back. He's our backup point guard again. So that will be the one move we do to, kind of, solidify this. So let's go take a look at what this is about to look like in this final season, because I'm not going to do anything after this. I don't even think I'm stopping at the deadline. I think we're good. So Power is going to let us at 5th overall again. Proficiency is 4.5 balance, so things are looking good in that regard. So rotationally, Fox, Tyrio, Butler, Kelmar, Bam, Levert, Vincent, Boucher, and Josh Richardson. And then Charles will get minutes if we have an injury. So I like this rotation. I think this is the best rotation we've had so far. Let's see if it results in a championship or not. So here we are for the final season. We don't get the first seed in the East this time around. De'Aaron Fox is hurt, but he's day-to-day. Do we have any other injuries? We do not. So that's great. But should be a fun little final season here to see if we can go win a championship. So Toronto in round 1. We were able to beat them in the very first year. They have Drew Holiday now, so that ends up happening, which I can see that happening. They also have Chris Middleton, so really solid team. No longer have OG, though. So somebody current round against them, and we are going to go down 3-2 to them. So far, not a great sign. We have to win game 6 and hopefully a game 7. But, you know, as the older your roster gets, the worse you get in the simulation. So I'm not too surprised by this result. And it looks like we might be going home in round 1 in this final season, unless we find a miracle here, which we round 1. So, yeah, I wasn't too surprised. Jimmy's 35, 36 now. So the simulation, as you get older, it's not on your side. So unfortunately for us, only one championship in today's video, but we were competitive throughout. And again, we got that championship in the first season, so I'm pretty happy about that. Minnesota, Detroit, Minnesota goes on to win the championship. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a fun little Miami Heat rebuild. Now, if they do get Drew Holiday, then you'll never see this video, I guess. But I'm assuming they won't with how everything's gone down. I think you understand where my point is from that. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see y'all in the next one. Most likely, we'll see you guys over the weekend if Drew Holiday gets traded. If not, enjoy your weekend. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.